This is At the Post Live, Serling on Saratoga on 104.5 The Team, ESPN Radio.
As we come back, let us remind you that At the Post Live, Serling on Saratoga, is coming to you live from the Party Glass Pub in downtown Saratoga and is presented by NYRABETS and partners, the Belmont Child Care Association. Save the date, August 24th, at the Cirque de BCCA Dinner and Auction honoring NYRA Board Chairman Michael Del Giudice at the Hall of Springs, as well as Special Olympics New York. Be a fan. Visit www.specialolympicsnewyork.org for more information. It's a tough act to follow, to have Eric Gio, but somebody has to do it. And who better than Joe Clancy, the man who works. A lot of people in Saratoga work hard. A lot of people in life work hard. You, Joe Clancy, work about as hard as anybody. How many hours do you put in a day?
It's a lot of 18-hour days in a row. Tomorrow's paper is not finished, so if it's a little late, you can blame this radio show. I'm going to get back and
thank you for that.
Hopefully they're pretty close to finish, and we'll send the last pages and get her out. But it's like anybody, it's 6 weeks. It's worth it for the quality of racing and everything that's here.
If you're not familiar, Joe, and now are you the publisher of the Saratoga Special? Do you have a title?
We're not big on titles because everybody does everything.
I don't get titles, right?
Yeah,
I don't
right,
understand that, right?
But yeah, publisher, editor, delivery guy, ad salesman. If anybody wants to buy an ad, that's very important. And everybody does a little bit of everything at the special.
The Saratoga Special, if you're not familiar with it, it's free. It's the racetrack every day, and it's really an important part of the fabric of Saratoga. How long have you been doing it, and what is the genesis of the Saratoga Special?
We started in 2001, which seems impossible now. So it's 15 years ago. It's our 16th season. The genesis goes all the way back to coming up here as a kid in the 70s and waiting to pick up the pink sheet outside the Saratogian office.
Really?
My parents would take us. My dad would come here to run jumpers and things, and we'd come for a few days. We go to DeRossi's for dinner, and then we come into town and get ice cream and wait for the pink sheet to come off the press to see look at the photo finishes and look at everything like that.
Now, DeRossi's over on the west side.
Yeah. It was the one Saratoga restaurant the kids got to go to. We usually went in a horse van. Dad had to park it somewhere off the street, whatever, and then we walked to DeRossi's.
Now, your dad was obviously a trainer. Was he training flat horses, jump horses? What was?
Mostly steeplechasers, but a little bit of both. And Saratoga was taking a shot. We were mostly Laurel, Bowie, Delaware Park, that kind of thing. So to get to come to Saratoga with some horses was a lot of fun.
Was there somebody yelling in here?
I hear it.
Somebody's really yelling.
Saying, get me a pint of something.
Really? The guy's really yelling loud. He's louder, I think, than the mics are. When did you first come to Saratoga?
I came as a kid. I must have been 9 or 10, I guess, mid-'70s, with some old steeplechase horses of my dad's. A long time ago. We
had a picture of you and your brother Sean watching Secretariat against Onion. We showed it on the Fox broadcast the other day.
Yeah, I don't. Sean somehow got my mom to dig that out because that's not digital. That's a Kodak print.
No, that was,
you couldn't get in because there was so many people. We pulled over and just. I guess it was a fence, but we walked through the fence and stood on the turn by the quarter pole.
Really?
Yeah. Ron Turcotte warmed him up right past us, and we didn't see the finish. We thought he won from there.
So, I mean, at that point, how involved were you? Were you a big racing fan at that point? And how old were you?
I was 8. So, yeah, I was a big racing fan.
Really? Wow.
That's what we did. We lived it. We always lived on a farm, lived that close to the barn. You went to see the horses, and, to come to Saratoga and see Secretariat run, you had to do it. We went on a long streak like anybody at Saratoga and saw those good horses lose. We saw Secretariat lose. We saw Forgo lose.
They didn't even try with Forgo.
Yeah,
they just let him gallop around. Who won that race?
Nearly on time. There we go. Yeah.
Good. Leroy Jolly. 3-year-old against Olders. I think he carried like 103 pounds or something. Yeah, pretty amazing. So, were just you and Sean, or do you have other brothers or sisters?
We have a sister in the middle, Sheila.
And is she racing?
She's not. No, she got out somehow, and we tried to get out.
What's wrong with her?
I don't know. She'll be here at the end of the meet, and is certainly a fan. But we always worked in the barn. I always wanted to be a jockey. Obviously, got way too tall for that, and.
Did you ride at all?
Yeah, galloped plenty of horses on the track, rode in a few bumpers at the steeplechase meets, and never rode in a jump race, but rode plenty of jumpers and galloped plenty of horses, that's for sure.
Really? Well, Sean rode.
Yeah, he stayed 5'8", so he could do it.
And how many years? He had some real success, right? I mean, he did pretty well.
Yeah, he did pretty well. He rode 13 years, and as he puts it, he had 2 concussions for every year, I think. So tough game. But, he did it for 13 years, and During a lot of that, I kind of left. I got out of racing, wrote for a couple little newspapers covering high school sports and things like that, and then we dove back into racing with some writing and newspapers.
And what do you guys do during the year when obviously not doing the Saratoga Special?
Sleep.
Really? Get great sleep. Me too.
No,
I try to.
Yeah, exactly.
September, I sleep.
We do the website, thisishorseracing.com. We edit Mid-Atlantic Thoroughbred Magazine and follow it as much as we can in various ways. So, we're covering the Preakness. Pretty much, I live in Fair Hill, Maryland, so you're following the Mid-Atlantic circuit, and you're over there with those horses there at the training center and getting to see all that.
I want to talk to you more about Fair Hill and stuff. I have some questions about it. Obviously, I've seen some success there from Fair Hill. We do have to take another break, so stay right with us. As we come back, At the Post Live is brought to you by Naira Bets. Join Naira Bets and earn up to 50,000 points and $100 cash bonus by using promo code SUNRISE. Sign up at NairaBets.com. Naira Bets, racing's best play.